You're skinny, you want to gain muscles, you want to be confident in your own skin. Give me 20 minutes of your time and I will show you the exact nutrition framework that I and my clients use. Now, this video is specifically for skinny people. So if you're skinny fat, okay, I suggest you to cut down first so that you're just skinny and then bulk up. A lot of people go, yeah, I wanna have 200 pounds. You don't walk with a sign, I have 200 pounds on your forehead. You can be 170 and still look like you have 200 pounds. What matters is your strength and appearance. Your abs will be visible, you have a sharper jawline. Just get lean. Leaner life is better. Get lean. I get a lot of questions from people. What types of food should I eat? Should I eat whole food? Should I dirty bulk? Should I lean bulk? Look, eat whole foods. Whole foods are the answer. Something that a caveman could eat. A single ingredient foods. Why? Why, you may be wondering? Well, because it's just normal food. Okay? It's much easier for your body to digest that kind of food. And the more food your body can digest and the nutrients that absorbs from it, the less you actually have to eat to get the same benefit out of it. And the less food your body has to digest, the better your stomach feels. And the better your stomach feels, the more food you can eat. And it's just a feedback loop to making more gains essentially. Now, some of you guys may be wondering, why not eat bad food then? Okay, why not eat bad food to 2 times my bulking process? Okay, why shouldn't I just dirty bulk? Well, look, dirty bulking, in my opinion and the opinion of other people who are in great shape as well, is just a short-term solution for a long-term goal. It may feel good at the moment, but it will start to catch up on you, okay? Not to mention that bad food causes inflammation in your joints and your gut. It will slow down your bulk. It will slow down your muscle gains. Not to mention that it is not even healthy for you. Yes, we're trying to gain muscles. Yes, we're trying to get jacked, but the healthiest way is also the best way to do it. Whole foods is the answer. You should be eating whole foods. That's it. Now, the mindset shift you need to have is that you're actually trying to take care of your body. Because when you start eating for health rather than restricting now or eating as much as you can now, you actually start to appreciate and you care about the food you eat. You need to track your inputs. In order to achieve a certain output in life, you need to track your inputs consistently. What are the inputs? Inputs are simply the things that you're doing in order to get a certain result. So if you're not seeing success with the inputs, or if you're not seeing a desired outcome, you can simply just look at the inputs and say, okay, look, I'm going to change this input. I'm going to stick to it for 3 to 4 weeks time. And if you see success with it, good, double down on it. But if you don't see success with it, just look at the inputs. It's that simple. Track your fucking inputs, dude. That's all. Now, the second thing is can't head in one direction. When it comes down to fitness, you either cut or you bulk. That's all. You want to make sure you don't switch it up too often and then you stick to it for a long period of time. A minimum of 90 days. But where I've seen the most success with it is 4 to 5 months. Why? Well, because you give yourself a long enough time frame to do it properly. And you really build that compound interest. Let's take my example. I'm currently on a bulk and I started my bulk 10 weeks ago. And I'm still consuming the exact same amount of calories that I did when I started my bulk. And that is 3,600 calories. But my body didn't just instantly change. I didn't just instantly start to gain size or lift more. No, but as time progresses forward and as you're consistent with the inputs, that's what I really started to gain the most size. That's what I really started to gain the most weight. And I started to lift more. So what you need to do is stick to it, and you stick to it for a long period of time. And that's how you really build that compound interest. Because where I've seen most guys fail is when they have allowed their emotions to dictate what they're doing. So let's say, for example, you want to bulk up. So you bulk up. You look in the mirror and you go, oh fuck, I look fat. So you cut. Okay, then you cut, then you look in the mirror again, and then you say to yourself, oh fuck, I look flat. So you go on a bulk. And then the loop just repeats itself and you really don't move anywhere because, again, you allow your emotions to dictate what you're doing. Look, when you're bulking up as a skinny guy, you have to deal with a little bit of chub, okay? At the end of the day, you are bulking, my friend. That's all. There are millions of pieces of advices out there that work. What you need to do is find the advice that works for you, that you like. Because it's not about finding what works. It's about making something work and you decide to implement it and stick to it. Because look, success will always lag behind you. Success will only bring itself to life a couple of months down the road, a couple of weeks, months after you put the work in. We've gone over the basics, now it's time for the real game, nutrition. I want you to grab out your phone. I'm going to be on my iPad because I'm recording with my phone. I want you to type in Google an NASM calorie calculator, NASM calorie calculator. Put in all of the basic information like age, sex, height, your current weight. I'm currently sitting at 85 kilos, 183 centimeters, and let's say my desired weight is 93 kilos, okay? Then choose an option moderately active. Even if you're not that active or you are more than active, you're more than moderately active, still choose this option because it will give you the most realistic breakdown, okay? It will give you the structure, the systems that you need to start. Now, when it comes to a time frame, I want you to go for a minimum of 90 days. But more likely 4 to 5 months seems to be the most optimum. If you go for anything less than 90 days, look, you just don't want it. You just want it cheap, you don't care about it, okay? You're not willing to be patient. So now it will provide you with a macronutrient breakdown, and I like to go with 10 to 20% fats. Here I will go with 20% fats, 30% protein, and 50% carbs. But if you wish to, you can go even for 10% fats and 60% carbs. So now we have the information, which is 400 grams of carbs, 71 grams of fats, and 239 grams of protein. Now, because the protein is a little bit high, we're gonna take that protein and we're gonna redirect those calories to fats. We're gonna go down for like 200 grams of protein, okay? Because mind you, 1 gram of protein has 4 calories and 1 gram of fats has 9 calories. So there really won't be the same amount of caloric surplus in which we should be in, okay? Plus, a NASM calculator, look, it's not some fancy DEXA scan, okay? It will just provide you with a structured, like, starting point calorie surplus. Because, let's be honest, 3,100 calories is not my surplus, okay? My surplus is 3,600, but if you're consistently in the gym, let's say three times a month, and if you're not a professional athlete like me, 3,300 calories is optimum surplus, okay? So how are we gonna reach that? How are we gonna add those extra 200 calories? Is we're simply going to take proteins, okay? We're gonna add minus 40 grams of protein, so we have just 200 grams of protein, okay? And we're gonna add plus 30 grams of fat, so that we have 100 grams of fats, we have 200 grams of protein, and 400 grams of carbs. That is going to be our daily caloric intake, which is also going to be 3,300 calories. A high protein diet is okay, but having way too much protein is, there are limits, okay? There are limits, there are standards. You wanna make sure you use MyFitnessPal or MicroFactor for tracking your daily caloric and micronutrient input, and that's it. It is simple as that. Now, when it comes down to timing your meals, okay? This meal plan is specifically made for guys, for skinny guys who are training in the afternoon, because I'm assuming most of you do, okay? And I do as well. But if you're working out in the morning or evening, you can take the information which I will give you and you can make a meal plan for yourself. But before we go on, you should be writing this information down on a piece of paper, because why waste energy trying to remember all of it? Write shit down on a piece of paper, take notes. How to organize your micronutrients. I recommend you doing it this way, okay? So, I want you to take your total daily protein intake, which is 200 grams, and divide it by 5. We're gonna get 5 meals, okay? Meal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And write down P for protein, C for carbs, and F for fats, okay? We're gonna divide a total protein intake by 5. So we're gonna have 40 grams of protein each meal. And we're gonna split them evenly. Now when it comes to fats, I want you to divide 80% of your daily fat intake by 2. So we have 40 grams of carbs during the times of your day when you're the least active. That's when you're gonna prioritize fats. And also split the other 20% evenly during the times of your day when you're the most active, okay? If that makes sense. Now, when it comes to carbs, I want you to prioritize carbs during the times of your day when you're the most active. So, it's going to be on your pre-workout meal, which is going to be meal 3, meal 4, your post-workout meal, and breakfast, just to start your day right, to fuel your body with energy and get the engine going. You want to make sure you eat them purposefully, and that is how you also obtain the body you want. Because if you're not going to reach your total daily carb intake, what's going to happen is your body is going to use the protein for energy, and there will not be much protein left for repairing muscle tissues. So, here's a full micronutrient breakdown. We have meal 1, write shit down. We have 40 grams of protein, 60 grams of carbs, and 5 to 10 grams of fats, okay? Because that's when we are gonna prioritize carbs, because we need energy, we need to get the engine going, as I said. Meal 2 is going to be lunch. Here's where you are the least active in your day, okay? You don't need much energy, so you're gonna prioritize fats instead. We're gonna have 35 grams of fats, 20 grams of carbs, and 40 grams of protein. Now, when it comes to pre-workout meal, here's where you will consume the most amount of carbs in your day, which is going to be 100 grams, 10 grams of fats, and 40 grams of protein. When it comes to post-workout meal, which is meal 4, we have 80 grams of carbs, 40 grams of protein, and 5 to 10 grams of fats, okay? Because we need to replenish the glycogen storages and repair the muscles. Now for meal 5, we have 40 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs, because like I said, we're going to bed, we don't need much energy, so we prioritize fats instead. We have 40 grams of fats, and that's all you need. You don't want to make sure you mix in a bunch of carbs and fats together, because what's going to happen is your blood sugar will spike, and that will cause the fat that you consume to be shuttled straight into storage right away, okay? So you want to make sure you split them up as best as possible, because when you eat a whole fat or a whole carb meal, it doesn't do that. It's the bro logic to explain it to you. There's also scientific ways to explain it to you, more proper ways, but you know what I'm talking about. When it comes to all 5 meals, you want to make sure you also add in fiber in them, okay? Because why not? Veggies, fiber, it just helps you to have a better absorption, and it's healthy for you. Now, when it comes to timing your meals, if you're working out in the afternoon, here's how you want to go about it, okay? Here's also a full screenshot of shopping list for each micronutrient. Take a screenshot of it, pause the video, whatever you'd like. A lot of people ask me, what about cheat meals? Why shouldn't I have cheat meals? Look, if you want to achieve 100% of your results and 100% of your capabilities and how you look, don't think about cheat meals. But if it's good for your mindset, if it helps you release stress down, 1 to 2 cheat meals a month, it is a good option. Now the last and probably one of the most important things is prioritizing liquid calories. If you're not prioritizing liquid calories, it is simply playing bulking game on a hard mode. And I'm not talking about shitty liquid calories you get in a supermarket like bullshit of a smoothies. No, what I'm talking about is healthy liquid calories that also help you to bulk up. And a good example is bulking shake. Now, you want to make sure you add 2 scoops of protein powder, 200 milliliters of milk, oats, mixed nuts, dates, honey, banana, frozen fruit, okay? That is your best bet when it comes to prioritizing liquid calories, and it is an easy 900 to 1000 calories bulking shake. If you can't drink it in one row, you can split it into 4 cups evenly and drink it throughout the day. When it comes to nutrition, I don't want you to overcomplicate it. Make sure you are close to your daily caloric and micronutrient intake, and you're gonna get results, okay? Hope this video helped, and I'll see you later.